So, Jack Levin made a decision that could change the X1 chain and possibly make it one of the best chains ever in crypto. And that involves Hedera Hashgraph. Yes, so stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get right onto it. So I was watching Jack's AMA with Crypto Bro. Shout out to Crypto Bro. And you know, Jack, he's talking about VMPXs and whatnot, but here's the part that actually hits me. It's right around 1:15, 1 hour and 16 minutes into the interview that Jack dropped this bombshell about the X1 chain. Take a listen.
But like, to be honest, L2 solution always felt like a band-aid for me. Like, you have this one slow chain and then you're scaling your, you're trying to do this ZK rollup, zero knowledge rollup. Basically, you're pushing your expensive executive execution layer somewhere else to another chain, then you settle on Ethereum. And I thought that eventually this would come to Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is a settlement layer, and you can have something even faster than Ethereum and Bitcoin, and have this zero knowledge type system that allows you to run NL1 that's acting as a bridge between everything, and it's super fast. And so what we're currently doing, we're experimenting with this technology called directed acyclic graph, and also known as hash graph.
Oh, hash graph.
And yeah, it's hash graph and directed acyclic graph. So it actually it brings me back to my math minor. So I have a minor in math, actually. I also have a major in psychology, and computer science was one of my majors. And so directed acyclic graph, basically imagine nodes, or like a node tree. You have this first node, and then you have two nodes under it, and then two more nodes right under, and then any number of nodes right underneath. So you have those three branches, but you start at the top. So a directed acyclic graph is basically where you can deposit your transaction into a node, any node you want, and the nodes under you, specifically under you, validate your transactions without needing to propagate across the whole network. So it allows you to have kind of like this variation of sharding within a blockchain, and you don't have to do anything sequentially. And when the concept of directed acyclic graph actually means that you start from the master node, and then you visit the child node, and you visit another child node. You never go back.
Yes, they call it the gossip protocol. That's dope. I've been preaching this almost 2 years now in this channel. Go back and watch my Hedera Hashgraph videos last year. Go back and watch my Constellation DAG videos, and I've spoken about this over and over and over again, because the DAG technology is much superior to the blockchain technology. Why? Because Dr. Layman Beard, the guy who invented this tech, he actually tried to solve the blockchain trilemma. If you are a crypto OG, you know and heard about the blockchain trilemma. What is the blockchain trilemma? It is simply, a blockchain cannot solve these three problems: decentralization, scalability, and security, pretty much. It can either be fully decentralized, like the Bitcoin blockchain, but yet it has security problems and it has scalability problems. Bitcoin cannot scale because it's too heavy. It's an old tech. Ethereum came on board, highly centralized, but at the same time, they solved some security issues, but Ethereum also cannot scale. If you look at Cardano, and there's a lot of blockchains that have scalability issues. Distributed ledger technologies like what Ripple is using, and what Hedera Hashgraph has created with this direct acyclic graph thing, they actually strive to solve all three problems. That's why they're not really on the blockchain. But right now, HBAR's technology is now open source on a public ledger. That's why they call it distributed ledger technologies. And these graph tokens, these hash graphs, are actually much faster, much more scalable, and much more secure than the blockchain itself. That's why I always bet on these technologies that are here for the future. Hashgraph is here to stay pretty much. And Jack made a solid decision. I really applaud this book because, Jack is all over. Jack. Jack is here today, there tomorrow. But for him to decide to pull out of Polygon's Matic technology, which is just a second solution for Ethereum, and then take the directed acyclic graph Hedera Hashgraph's technology, that is dope, man. Because he realized, I think the 14,000 transactions per second that the Matic technology X1 was going to use, he can actually do 400,000 transactions per second, or even 100,000 transactions per second, using this Hedera Hashgraph technology, which is called the directed acyclic graph. Go back and watch my Constellation DAG video. I mentioned it, my Hedera Hashgraph video that I made last year. I mentioned all of this, and that is the dopeness. That is the dopeness of the blockchain, man. Solve problems, create something that evolves, that, it moves forward. But if you notice my AMA yesterday with the Vi Finance devs, the Cardano devs, I've spoken about this heavily, because I'm a big fan of also tech. It's not just about the money. Sometimes the technology can change our future. So we need to evolve, we need to adapt, we need to study. I'm supposed to say, well, I'm only an EVM coder, or I'm only a Cardano coder, I'm only a this coder or that coder, but study different languages. So, as a blockchain dev, you would know what to do. I'm not a developer myself, but getting familiar with these things, with these technologies, especially in the future, if you're not, you're going to get left behind and you might miss out on great opportunities such as Hedera's technology. So I truly like what Jack Levin did here in terms of, completely switching from Polygon's technology to Hedera Hashgraph technology, because listen, if Ripple ever gets adopted by this bank, they're going to realize how fast it is. And Hedera's transactions, every single transaction would ever going to be 0.0003 in terms of dollars. That's it. It can never go more, never go less in USD. That's it. Imagine that. A third of a penny every single transaction. No matter how much clogged the system would be, the transactions would never spike up like how it does in Ethereum, because Ethereum cannot scale. We all know that, and yeah, HBAR is trying to solve all three. They had their security issues last year, but they are working on solving that as well. So blockchains that are evolving and that are solving problems in the future, that's what you are looking for in a future tech. Now, let's get into what's been going on with Xen. Obviously, you can see the supply has skyrocketed since the mayhem that's been going on back and forth and whatnot. Total supply is now 14.4 trillion because people are minting again, and the burns have slowed down significantly. And I truly hope that this VMPX stuff, it didn't mask like the momentum that Xen had, but maybe it's for the greater good of everybody. You don't know. We don't know, bro, where this is gonna go headed. But Xen is just an experiment. If it fails, hey, we still got something else, Stay diversified. The idea is to stay diversified. From this point forward on this channel, I'm gonna try and sit down with people, sit down with developers. You've seen me do it with the Cardano devs yesterday. Shout out to them. And sit down with any sorts of developers. Could be Xen developers or whoever. Sit down with people who are knowledgeable in this space, and you can learn a thing or two by picking their brain and asking them questions, so we can grow in this channel. And yeah, man, that's the route I want to take, a route of positivity and education, because we have a lot to learn in this blockchain crypto little bubbles that we are into. So yeah, shout out to DeFi, shout out to crypto, and just crypto being a great tech book. So Gensler cannot stop us. We're gonna keep on striving and pushing. Nakamoto Crypto wants to be that from now on. I want to sit down with people, be able to have these conversations. We're gonna be dropping videos, we'll try daily or every second day or whatnot, but still on the weekends, if I have time, I'm gonna try and invite a developer on, or anybody who's knowledgeable in the crypto space so we can sit down and have these great conversations, because I truly believe that progress can be made through conversation, through people just speaking, as opposed to everybody just being in their comfort zone and nobody's getting along. If we don't open the bridges, if we don't build them, they will always be destroyed and shattered. This was just a short one. Let me know in the comment section below, did Jack Levin made a great decision, which I think he did, about switching over to directed acyclic graphs, which is the Hedera Hashgraph technology, to build the X1 chain? Because that is the key. I think it could be the key to making the X1 blockchain work. It would be super fast, scalable, and it won't have any security issues, which solves the blockchain trilemma. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.